what are the 3 pillars of your transformational journey? If you've listened to the previous episodes on building an identity and alter ego, then you know that you can shift your identity. You can shift what you focus on, how you are, what you're doing in a way that is more satisfying, more aligned, brings you more joy, brings you more purpose. And this is something that is within your control and something that you can affect. What is transformation? This is something I discuss a lot on my LinkedIn profile. I say I'm transformation witch. What do I mean by this? Transformation is really just going from A to B. That's it. But when you go from A to B, a lot of things change. What is transformation? It's an empowered state of change that's lasting. Transformation is lasting results of a change you go through. And most transformations are inner transformations, and they have outer or external results. This is because our external reality is always a reflection of our internal reality. So who you are, who you believe you are, how you see yourself, your identity, your beliefs, your inner core reflects and creates and designs your outer reality. And I hope you can see this. I hope you can see examples in your life. Let's take a very simple example. If you see yourself as someone that always lacks confidence, that's a bit low, a bit shy, a bit introvert, and that's just your view of yourself, and you don't believe you're capable of negotiating or selling or standing up for yourself, then as a consequence, probably you'll design and create around you an environment in which you maybe don't negotiate your salary and you get paid less. And you maybe settle for things that are lower and that don't really suit you because you're afraid of standing up. Now, this might sound overly simplistic, but the second you start to shift the way you see yourself and become more assertive and build this confidence and change how you feel about yourself and believe that you have these abilities, which are all things you can work on and shift, whether you work on it with a coach or through journaling or through having an alter ego, all of these things can help you to shift this identity. Then as a consequence, you might stand up, you might ask for a raise, and this will affect your external reality. Sounds too simplistic, I know. Probably best if you look at examples in your life where your external reality is a match of your internal reality, where your external reality meets what you're willing to tolerate, what you're willing to settle for, and what you're willing to compensate on or not compensate on. We can build and design a lot of our external world. Not everything all the time, but a lot of things. And so this transformation is often an internal transformation. And there are really 3 pillars. And I've spoken about this before, but it's so fundamental that I feel like let's talk about it again and looking at what are those 3 pillars that can help you to go from where you're now to this person you want to become. The very first pillar is awareness. Everything, all change, everything starts with awareness. And it's awareness on several levels. First of all, be aware of who you are now. What are your strengths? What are your skills? What are your beliefs? What are some of your patterns? What's your default emotional reaction to certain circumstances or crisis? How do you respond in a crisis? What's your go-to? What's your default? And once you know this can help you to change. But you can't change anything if you don't know where you're starting from. Awareness first. And like I said, it's awareness on several levels because it's awareness of where you are, but it's also awareness of where you want to go. You need to know your A and your B. Like they always say in coaching, if you don't have the map, if you don't know what the final destination is, how can you get there? First, aware where you're now. Second, aware where you're going. What are we aiming towards? So if we've got the awareness of the now and the future, already we're in good hands. Already a lot of coaching work happens when we're fully aware of our thoughts, our patterns, our emotions, our behaviors, our skills, the actions that we're taking, the way we see things, our perspective, and we're aware of our goals, our outcome, our desire, the skills we want to develop. Woo! That's already a lot of work. Seriously, when your awareness is really high, sometimes the next steps take 2 seconds. Sometimes all you need to know is, wow, actually, this is really important to me. Why am I not taking steps towards it? When I reflect, for instance, when I was working on my Swedish, which I still am, and I reflect on Why am I not making progress on this? I was like, oh yeah, I haven't really sat down and thought, where am I now? Why I want to get there? Where is it? What's my goal, outcome, direction? And that it matters to me. And when we pause and say, actually, this matters to me, this is important, this is relevant, then we know our A and our B. We know where we're starting from and we know where we're aiming. The second step is commitment. And this comes from having a really strong reason why. Transformation takes a lot of energy. If you're into chemistry or alchemy or Harry Potter or able transformation, those spells, it takes a lot of energy and effort, and it's not going to happen if you don't have a really clear reason why. And not just a clear reason why, a fully aligned reason why. This means that if a part of you believes that it's important for you to change whatever, anything, like change your fitness regime or change the way you eat, right? A part of you believes that it would be important for your health, let's say. But another part of you is like, nah, screw this. I want to continue eating cheeseburgers every day. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen, because when we're not aligned and we want two things at the same time or three, we can't put all our fuel or direction into one clear goal or direction. I prefer the idea of direction and vision because, like I mentioned in another episode on goals, on going from a high achiever to a high performer, I think having clear direction with several milestones along the way is more effective than just one clear objective goal, which is quite close and overly achievement driven versus journey driven. Anyway, spoken a lot about that in the high achiever to high performer episode. Coming back to our story here, the commitment comes from a strong why that's fully aligned, where you've got all your thoughts, all your energy that is fully aligned towards that direction. Something that Giovanni Dienstmann mentions in Mindful Self-Discipline is, if someone could give you a pill that would make you reach that outcome instantly, would you take it? If you hesitate, you're not fully aligned. If you say yes, 100%, woof, already we've cleared some ambiguity, way more likely to happen. Okay, let's summarize a bit what we're talking about here. First of all, awareness, clear from A to B, where you're starting off and where you're going towards. Second step, commitment, fully commit. This is who I'm going to become, or this is the outcome I'm going in, and I'm going all in. And that's a full commitment. You've got really strong reason why. Tony Robbins always says people fail because they don't give themselves enough reasons to succeed. So write down all the reasons. Why is this important? What happens if you don't get to that goal? What happens if you don't achieve this? Big deal. It needs to be, or you're not going to continue thriving and taking those actions, which is the third pillar. Great to be aware, great to have a vision, awareness of where you are, awareness of where you're going, full commitment, not taking any action. If you want to be healthy and you're not exercising, you want to grow a business and you're not doing sales, if you want to have a new relationship and you're not dating, action, 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 massive action, massive action, massive action, massive action. If I had to narrow down all of the success, all of the things that went well, all of the things that have progressed and improved and gone well in my life, from health to business to relationships to any area, I would narrow it down to that word, action. That's it. And as a very proactive person, I'm very curious. I love taking action. I'm very driven, proactive. I enjoy, meeting a new person, trying a new activity, doing the podcast, trying to do LinkedIn content, writing the newsletter, calling people, etc. I enjoy doing those things, so I take a lot of action. Many of them go nowhere. You should see my Patreon account, non-existent, amongst others. Loads of things. My Facebook group, I had like 3 people in, I think. Loads of things were flopped. Loads. I mean, way more than the ones that succeeded. I tried like 3, 4 online groups. And in the end, I had a great offline in-person group. But the thing is, try, take action. And I often think of Seth Godin and the juggling. He says, just juggle throw the balls in the air and the catching will take care of itself. And I always think, I'm throwing another ball in the air. I reach out to that person. I'll do an episode on this. I'll write a blog post. And then some you catch. Some you catch. And it does work. And at one point, one group coaching. One group coaching. That one worked. That was great. And then I had amazing group coaching in person, amazing entrepreneurs. It was one of my favorite projects of the whole year. It was amazing. Was it the first one I tried? No. Same with podcast episodes. At the beginning, I didn't even have a microphone when I started my podcast. Watch the first episode. Check out the video and the lighting and the camera and the mic. You just action, improve, action, improve, action, improve. If you're trying to achieve anything in life, I don't like the term achievement, but if you're working on growing and progressing in any outcome in life, juggle, throw those balls, take action. Seriously, action. Send out loads of CVs, you get a job. Call a bunch of people, you'll get clients. Write a lot of marketing content, you will have a following. Action leads to results. So if we look at our transformation here, what does this mean? You're at stage A, won't be at stage B. If stage B is a character that you're trying to shift and change, maybe you want to become more assertive. The commitment would be, you say to yourself, this means so much to me, I want to be an assertive person. The why could be, maybe you feel your whole life that people have stepped on you and you've decided enough is enough and you want to stand up for yourself. Calm, respectful, kind to others, but assertive. You're not a doormat. So you'll be assertive. That's your commitment. That's your why. And the actions would be, guess what? Every time you have communication in writing or in person, think, what would a kind yet assertive person write? They might write, thank you so much for your offer. Really appreciate you looking into this. However, I won't be able to join. That's kind. It's to the point. It's assertive. Maybe in a communication, they might say, thank you, I appreciate this, or thank you so much for looking into it, or thank you for giving me your perspective. I feel differently. I think might be a better option. No beating about the bush, no hiding, no feeling weird, no like, well, maybe we could, if only I try. No, boom. Kind, respectful, calm, grounded, to the point. And those are examples of actions you could take if you're trying to be an assertive person. If your A to B journey of transformation is going from 5 to 6 figure business, it would be putting together the strategy plan. Well, first, let's not forget commitment and why. What you get out of 6 figures compared to 5, just more money isn't enough of a why. But if it's because you want to have a greater impact, or if it's skills that you want to learn along the way, or if it's because this enables you to then open the second business that you're really interested in. And for that, you need the 6 figures of the other business. That's a really strong why and passion. Excellent. Then the actions. Put together a strategy plan, hire a coach or a mentor. Those are the 2 first things in business. Put together a plan, hire a coach and mentor, and then action. Get on those sales calls, do those marketing posts, go. I know I sound like an action fanatic, but I put down pretty much everything in my life to taking action. And there's a place for breathing and being and pausing and reflecting also. So if you're someone that's overly action driven, super important to pause, to reflect, to, take some weekends off, etc. That's super important too. I'm talking to the people who don't take action and they want to go through this transformational journey. That's not going to happen. So yes, we want to balance the doing and the being. If you're one of these super busy, rush people always taking action, maybe the takeaways, I need to pause and breathe. And I also see that kind of as an action, as in it's looking at what is a strategic thing to do. And sometimes it's very strategic to pause and reflect and see, are you going in the right direction? Great. Okay, so 3 pillars, any transformation. This is any transformation you're going through in your life or in your business. Number 1, awareness. Awareness of A and B. Awareness where you now and where you're going. What's the direction, the goal you're going in? That's number one. Number two, commitment. Really strong why, really strong reasons. Why are you getting on this transformational journey anyway? Number C, the third pillar, action. Action, massive action. Progress, improvement, reflect, start again. Progress, improvement, learn, start again, and action. And enjoy as you're taking these actions. It's all for fun anyway. It's all just a game. Woof. I hope this inspired you to take on whatever transformational journey you try and do. Write it down, where you now, where you want to go, what the actions you're going to take. Put it in the calendar. Find someone to hold you accountable. Guarantee you can make this journey and this progress probably way faster than you think you can. Thank you so much for tuning in.